Ibn. Akhi, it is a proof. Did the Prophet send 5 Sahaba to Yemen? Did he? Did he? Right? Okay, another one. Allahu Tabaraka wa, yes. Yes. Right. Allah, the Quran that you and I are reading today, walhamdulillah. The chain was not 20,000 malaika. It was one angel that Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala entrusted to convey it and teach it to the Messenger alayhi salatu wasalam. Min Allah, by way of Jibril ila Muhammad. Isn't it ahad? Is it many chains? So you will tell him, Akhi, if that's what you're saying, then this Quran you're reading is not good. Because it is ahad. Make sense? This, if you saying that we can't take the hadith ahad, right? The khabar ahad. If you saying it and you truly believe it, don't be reading the Quran no more. Because the Quran was revealed by Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala onto Jibril alayhi salatu wasalam, and Jibril conveyed to the Messenger alayhi salatu wasalam. It was not 5 angels that used to come to the Messenger alayhi salatu wasalam. Everyone will read a verse. It was one. No, the hadith al-Quds can be either ahad or mutawatir. And also another one, right? Hadith al-Quds can be mutawatir or ahad too, right? It can be ahad or it can be mutawatir. Meaning the hadith that Allah Tabarak, the Prophet said that Allah say, and it's not in the Quran, that also could be either mutawatir or ahad. But the point of here is that to say that we cannot use hadith ahad, right? That this is, barakallahu fikum, one of the ways that these people, they want to play with the sunnah. One of the ways that want to play with the aqidah. And likewise the hadith that where the Prophet ﷺ, Jibreel ﷺ came, and he came to what? To teach us about the religion. It was no 5 Sahaba that narrated. Hadith 1, Umar ibn al-Khattab radiyallahu anhu, an Amir al-Mu'mineen. That's it. I did, alhamdulillah. Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, one of the things about Ahlul Bid'ah is that they will be persistent upon their innovation. One of the things about the Ahlul Bid'ah, they will be persistent upon the harb that they have against Ahlul Sunnah wal Jama'ah. Shaykh Rabee hafidhahullah mentioned that there will always be an issue between the haqq and batil. Always. There will be always an issue, confrontation between the haqq and batil. Always. Always. But the thing about it is this. A person got to be firm upon the truth. You got to be firm upon the truth. وَلَا يَتَلَوَّنْ, and he doesn't change colors. Today you red, tomorrow you green. Tomorrow you purple. Next day you pitch black. After tomorrow you white. Alhamdulillah, this is not, listen, anybody that you see having those what's the word? Characteristics in them, very questionable. The person of the Sunnah, barakallah, is constant. He has constancy. How you say it? Consistency. He's constant. He has consistency, barakallahu fikum. He is not mutalawwin, mutalabbis, changing colors, changing forms and shape every day based on the circumstances. And that come to say, barakallahu fikum. Akhi, whatever you say about anybody, be ready and be firm and courageous enough to repeat the same exact thing in front of him, whether you were wrong or right. Own your statements. Don't say this about the brother and he's in front of you. Now you dancing around the statements. You playing like those, what you call those, puppies. No, own your statement. Don't say something about Abu Ibrahim, but when he's in front of you, you're saying something else. Alhamdulillah, the Sunnah, walhamdulillah, make us men, akhi. Speak the truth, whether you're in a state of anger or you are happy, pleased or displeased. If you know you ain't gonna own it, don't say nothing. Hush. If you know you're not gonna own it in front of Abdul Rahman, don't say nothing about him. But if you do open your mouth, say anything about him, be a man in front of him. Tell him, you know what? I did say this. Now face the consequences. Own it. Own to it. Barakallahu feekum. Not like you acting like, akhi, that's that. Alhamdulillah, we all owe to cultivate respect for ourselves. We all have to cultivate the respect. That people respecting us, we got to cultivate it. It is going to start from us, from me, from you. But if you behave anyway, or you be loose with anything, then listen, wait for it though. You subjecting yourself to be humiliated and to be disrespected. Akhi, Allah will always be on the side of the truth. Inna Allah yudafi'u 'anil mu'minin. Allah will always aid the people, those who are upon the belief, the correct belief. Ala ayyin. Now how, barakallahu feekum, alhamdulillah, the Shaykh hafidhahullah, he say that the people, they say that the Khawarij, they say it is not in the Quran. The rajm is not in the Quran. That's the first thing they say. And the second thing they say was what? Anybody remember the second thing that they say? Hadith Ahad. I'm going to give you the print that I have for you, inshallah. They say it's a Hadith Ahad. Right? And how can we refute Hadith Ahad, Abu Mansur? Barakallahu feek, jazakallahu khairan. That the Prophet received the revelation of the Quran by way of one angel. Not 2 or 3 or 4 or 5. One angel. So if you don't want to take the Hadith Ahad, then okay, how credential or how much credential that the Quran will have now? Will it have any credential now? Because it is by way of one that conveyed to the Messenger alayhi salatu wassalam. Naam. So Shaykh Ubaid al-Jabiri hafidhahullah, he say, how in the word فَكَيْفَ يُتْرَكْ الْقُرْآن, how is it that they abandon the Quran? And it is affirmed in matters of what we're talking about. He say that this is a lie, that this Khawarij are lying, that it is not in the Quran, it is Hadith or Ahad. It's a lie. He say, number one, and he say in many angles it is a lie. It's a lie. He say, wal jawab min awjahin. And here the answer is in many angles. Number one, he say, awalan, anna rajm fil Quran, that indeed, wa alaykum salam, that the rajm is thabitatun fil Quran, that the rajm is indeed something that is affirmed in the Quran. That's number one. He say, ذكر الله تبارك وتعالى, that indeed Allah tabaraka wa ta'ala mention that anzalahu ala Muhammadin sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, that he revealed this issue of the rajm to the messenger sallallahu alayhi wa sallam fi ayatin, in verses, kanat tutla, that was once upon a time recited. Meaning once upon a time that those verses was in the Quran. Were in the Quran. Kana tutla. It was once upon a time being read. وَهِيَ قَوْلُهُ اللَّهُ تَعَالَى. And they are from these words, as Allah Ta'ala mentioned. He say, in this verse, as he mentioned at the end of it, it is ثُمَّ نُسِخَتْ. And after that, it was being abrogated. It was being abrogated. We will come to the detail of what is being abrogated. What is an abrogation, inshallah ta'ala. These were the words. وَالشَّيْخُ وَالشَّيْخَةُ إِذَا زَنَيَا. A shaykh is what? Old man. Old. وَالشَّيْخَةُ, and an old man and an old woman. إِذَا زَنَيَا. Duo, if they both fornicate, farjumuhuma, stone them. Stone them. And he say what? Nakalan min Allah. Nakalan min Allah. As a punishment from Allah Ta'ala. Wallahu azizun hakim. And Allah is Al-Aziz and He is Al-Hakim. Nakala min Allah, as a punishment. Shaykh Ubaid, he say afterward, or few after, the verse was being what? Was being abrogated. But in what sense? In the sense of the recitation only. وَبَقِيَ, and what remained was hukmuha, the ruling remained, but the recitation was abrogated. Huh? Sure, I'm coming. The wording was abrogated, but the ruling remained. Meaning you will not read it no more. But the actual ruling is still applicable. The actual wording won't be found in the Quran no more. Why? Because it was abrogated. But the hukum or the ahkam, the rulings of it or the ruling of it is still